Good morning, class. I welcome you all to yet another English grammar series. These are going to be marathon series as we are uploading more than 3 video lectures at a time. So stay on and watch the video. If you remember, in the previous 2 videos we have covered some topic from parts of speech, and in today's topic or today's video to be precise, we will cover 3 more topics. If you ask me what are those topics, the first one is adverb. Okay, the first one is adverb. The second topic of this marathon session will be preposition. Alright, and then the final topic of this session will be conjunction. What will it be? Conjunction. So what are the 3 topics that we are going to cover in this particular video are adverb, preposition and conjunction. Okay, so without wasting any further time, let's get going. Alright, the first topic of the morning is adverb. Let's begin with the get cracking session. Get cracking is nothing but a warm-up session. It will give you a brief idea as to what is lying ahead. Okay, so let's see. I'll just zoom it up for better visibility. See, here is what Nikhil, a boy in class 6, wrote about pets. Read and underline the adverbs in the passage. Okay, so this passage is written by Nikhil, a boy who's just like you, a student of class 6. Clear? So you asked to read the passage and underline the adverb. So before underlining, you have to know what adverbs are. Adverbs are nothing but words that add to the meaning of a verb. Clear? What verbs are we have thoroughly discussed in the previous video. For reference, you can watch it again. Clear? So that is one. Now we will try to go through this particular passage written by Nikhil about pets. Okay, and find out or list, to be precise, underline the adverbs. Okay, so let us begin. He says, first we'll read and then we will try to underline. Okay, I am very fond of pets, especially a pet dog, but my parents haven't got me one yet, saying that I'm not fully responsible. They say that if I prove to them that I can look after a dog by myself, they'll get me one. So I'm working hard to show them that I'll take care of my pet, like my friend Isha, who nicely takes care of her puppy. I hope I get a pet dog soon. Okay, so we have to underline the adverb, the words that add meaning to the verbs. Okay, so let's try to underline. I am very fond of pets, so it will be very. Okay, especially a pet dog, but my parents haven't got me one yet, saying that I am not fully responsible. So fully, they say that if I prove them that I can look after a dog by myself, they'll get me one. Nothing here. So I'm working hard. I'm working how? I'm working hard. So this is what? To show them that I'll take care of my pet. Okay. Like my friend Isha, who nicely, okay, nicely takes care of her puppy. I hope I get a pet dog soon. Alright, so this is what only few. Okay. So follows the definition of adverb. Let us try to peep or look at the definition once again. We know that adverb mainly describes a verb, at plus verb. Okay. The word in itself gives us more than clue. Adverb, something that adds to the meaning of a verb. Okay. Example, please write neatly. So what is the verb here? Write. And what is the adverb? Neatly. Why? Because the word neatly describes the manner in which one is expected to write neatly. Isn't it? Moving on. Adverbs can also be used to add to the meaning of an adjective. What adjectives are has already been discussed in the previous video. If you haven't watched it already, I suggest you to watch it. Clear? So adverbs can also be used to add to the meaning of an adjective or another adverb. Okay, they can be used to add to the meaning of adjective or another adverb. Alright. Example, I'll just zoom it up for better visibility. Example, you are quite right. Okay, you are quite right. So quite. Okay, he is very happy. Okay, adverbs can be used to add to the meaning of an adjective also. Like I said, he is very happy with the result. He drove too fast. He drove how? Too fast. Okay, so this rule is nothing but exception. The rule is adverb can also be used to add to the meaning of adj, adjective. Okay, examples are listed here. Go through them for better understanding. Alright, now moving on to types of adverbs. What are we moving on to now? Types of adverb. See, there are several kinds of adverb. There are many kinds. Okay, but we'll be chiefly discussing only few of them. Basically, we'll be discussing adverbs of manner, adverb of time. Okay, manner. The word itself is suggestive of what is lying ahead. Manner, the way something happens. Time, place, isn't it? Frequency. What do you mean by frequency? How often something happens is what frequency tells us. Okay, so what is frequency? How often a thing occurs is frequency. Clear? So we are going to read about what? We are going to read about adverb of manner, time, place, frequency, degree. Okay, the extent. Like it is too hot. That is adjective. Okay, this example that I listed is some sort of adjective. Alright, so let us learn more about them by studying the table listed below. Okay, so they are type tells us an example. Okay, so manner, what does adverb of manner tell us? How a particular thing is done. So chief examples are quickly, neatly, carefully, well. Okay, then adverb of place, where, here, there, outside, upstairs. The next adverb of time. Time tells us when, right? Like now, then, today, yesterday, soon, right? Let me zoom this up. Yeah. Then adverb of frequency. How often something happens. Okay. Sometimes, often, always, ever, usually. Alright, then adverb of degree. How much? Like quite, almost, very, rather, fairly, and completely. Okay, so these are the things, isn't it? So what have we discussed? We have discussed the types of adverb. They chiefly are divided into adverb of manner, place, time, frequency, degree. Okay, so adverb of manner tells us how, place where, time when, frequency how often, degree how much, right? And the chief words associated with them are also listed in the set of examples provided, right? So I suggest you to sort of mind map these words into your head so that you have no sort of problem in identifying adverbs from group of sentences. Okay, so now we will be chiefly studying about each kind. First, adverb of manner. Adverb of manner show how something happens. Okay, example, he spends his money carefully. The way, how does he spend his money? Carefully, right? I solve the puzzle easily. Okay, so now let's talk about formation of adverb of manner. What is the way of forming adverb of manner? Is there a shortcut method? Is there a formula? The answer is yes. There is a simple trick. Let's read what it is. Okay. See, we form most adverb of manner by adding ly. What do we add? We add ly in order to form adverb of manner. Okay. Sometimes there are changes in spellings. Okay, only by adding ly adverb of manner can be formed, but in some cases what will happen is there will be slight changes in what? Slight change in spelling. Okay, examples are listed. Let's read them. Careful, carefully. Easy, easily. Knit, neatly. Happy, happily. Okay, so now if the adjectives ends in ic, see this are nothing but illustration of rule. Clear? If the adjective ends in ic, ally is added except after the word public, which changes to publicly. Okay, so this is interesting. Okay, whenever a given adjective ends in ic, ally is added, but there is exception, means there is one word which does not change according to this rule. And which word is it? It is public, because public's adverb public's adverb of course is publicly. Okay, so moving on to study of examples. See, examples: my football coach taught me the basic rules of the game on the first day. Okay, basically my coach give me an idea about the game. All right, moving on to time. Adverb of time. See, adverb of time say when something happens. The time frame of occurrence of an event or a thing is what adverb of time tells us. Okay. Try to keep these tiny definitions in your head. I suggest you to write each of the definition in your notebook maybe and learn them by heart. Alright. Example. She phoned me yesterday. You should do it now. Okay, time frame, right? So chief examples are today, tomorrow, then, early, late, before. Okay. Now place, of course, adverb of place, say where something happens. Okay, the venue or the place where an event or an action takes place. Alright, in what manner? Let's find out. You can sit here. The accident happened there, isn't it? So what are the chief words? They are everywhere, anywhere, in, out, inside, outside, upstairs, downstairs, above, below. Okay, these are the chief words. So one important thing that is to be noted is being presented in the next reader. What is this? Some adverbs of time and place can also be used as adjectives or preposition. A very important point. Some adverb of time and place can also be used as adjectives or preposition. Okay, very important point this one. The words are adjective, but same word could be used as adjective. The words are adverb, sorry, but the same word could be used as adjective or preposition. In what manner? Let's find out. Look, a verb. Look, a verb. Okay, direction is being indicated. Look where? Look, a verb, so it is adverb. All right, look at the book. Look at the adverb sentence. Adjective. How? Because it indicates some sort of what? Look at the adverb sentence. How is it adjective? Because it describes the word sentence, right? We are asked to look at what? Look at sentence, right? Next, my bedroom is of the kitchen, isn't it? So, what is it? Adverb, the word, see, it's very simple. The word adverb here tells about the what? Position or location of the kitchen. Sorry about that. The word of adverb in the third sentence tell us about position or location of the kitchen. Right? That is why it is preposition. Whereas in the second sentence, the word adverb, look at the adverb sentence. It adds to the meaning of the word sentence or describes more about sentence. Look at what sentence? Adverb sentence. Which sentences? The sentences written adverb. Right? So it is adjective. And then look adverb, it's adverb. Look where? Adverb. So one word has been used in three different parts of speech, all successful, right? Adverb, adjective, and preposition. So this is called variable use of a single word in two different parts of speech. You should also master this by practicing various words. Alright, moving on to the next category, adverb of frequency. The adverb of frequency, see how often something happens. I think I already discussed this in the beginning. See, example, I often use the internet. She is sometimes late for school. He rarely goes to the cinema. Okay, so chief words are always, usually, hardly, never, never. Alright, keep these words embedded in your head. Clear, class? Then comes adverb of degree. See, adverb of degree answer the question how much or to what extent. Okay, what does it answer? How much or to what extent? Clear? Like the mangoes are very sweet. She writes quite neatly. She writes how? Quite neatly. Tom works really well. He behaved rather rudely. Isn't it? So chief words of this category are to, almost, nearly, completely, so, wholly, fully, extremely, partly, somewhat, fairly, then so, slightly. Okay, so these are some words. Then interrogative adverb. What do you mean by interrogative? Whenever we ask question, the word interrogative is associated with that act, right? So that, I believe, is more than a hint, right? So let's read the next kind. Interrogative adverb asks questions about a verb. What does it ask about? It asks questions about a verb. Okay, see, when are you going to Delhi? Where have you put the books? How can you do that? Why did you go to the party? Clear? So these are the chief kinds, and the examples have also been discussed. The keywords have also been read. What I want you to do is write the definitions clearly in your notebooks, English grammar exercise books. Learn them by heart. List down the chief examples, keep them in your mind. That's how you learn grammar and practice writing fresh sentences on your own, not the ones written in the text. That's how you learn. That's how you'll master. Okay. So now let's move on to exercise. The usual rule is I'll show you some. The rest will be left as your homework. Okay. So see, what does it say? Underline the adverbs in the following sentences and write their types in blanks. Okay, we have to underline the adverbs as well as write their types in the blanks provided. Okay. So see, I know her quite well. So what is the adverb? Quite, isn't it? So quite. What was the category? What was the adverb? It's adverb of D for degree, isn't it? Next one. He really works hard. What is that verb? Of course, really, isn't it? Really is associated with frequency. Try and do the next on your own. Come in and sit here. What is it? Here, right? So what is here? You already know. I'm not telling this. Very easy. You behaved foolishly yesterday. Yesterday, right? So what is the kind of adverb? We have already dealt with that also. T for time, right? Next 5. Why did you get up so early today? So early is the word. Then what is the kind then? Yes, what do you think will be the kind? I'm not sharing this because it's similar to the question we have just finished. 6. He usually describes some sort of activity that takes place on a regular basis. The number of time something occurs, right? So what will it be? F for frequency again, right? So it's very simple. Now let's read position of adverb. All right. So what was discussed should be studied again. Okay. So position of adverb. See, adverb can go in 3 positions in a sentence. There are 3 ways in which adverbs can be used in a sentence. What are they? The first one is at the beginning, in the middle, and in the end. Okay. 3 position. Example. Here comes the team leader. So here is that verb and it is used in the beginning. The second one, the boy slowly. How? The mannerism in which he is walking is being described here. The boy slowly walked to the stage. So it's in the middle. Let's say mid position. Right? Then next, the children laughed heartily. How? Heartily. So it's in the end. Right? It's in the end. Okay. So adverb of manner, place and time of place. See, adverb of manner, this is an important rule. Clear class? So it's very essential, quintessential to keep them in your head. Okay. So adverb of manner, place and time are placed after a verb. They are placed after a verb. Okay. If it is intransitive verb, here is the condition. Adverb of manner, place and time are placed after the verb when? If it is intransitive verb, if it is intransitive verb or just a second, yeah, after the object. Okay, after, see, adverb of manner, place and time are placed after the verb whenever they are intransitive. Intransitive means what? We discussed about this yesterday. Clear? Or after the object if it is transitive verb, isn't it? Verb with object, verb without object, transitive and intransitive. Okay. See example. What did we read again? Adverb of manner, place and time are placed after V in case of intransitive verb and what? After object if it is transitive verb. Isn't it? We are talking about placement of adverb. Clear? See, the bus stops here. The rain fell heavily. The rain fell how? Heavily. The teacher praised students highly. What is it? Students, what is it? Is it verb or adverb or what part of speech is it? Noun, isn't it? So you may question why after students highly, because it is the second kind, isn't it? Transitive verb. That is why the adverb is placed after the object, isn't it? The examples are realized here. The bus stops here. The bus stops where? Here. So this verb does not have what? Object. So here is the adverb, isn't it? So the rest of the examples are similar. Let us not discuss this. Try to go through, read them. Okay. The principal may call us early, so and so. Okay. So adverb of time are sometimes placed at the beginning for emphasis. In order to put emphasis, weight upon something that is being said, adverb of time are sometimes placed at the beginning. Okay, for emphasis. Let's find out what is it. Example. Yeah. The examples are: last week there was no rain. Okay. Today we'll study grammar. See, the usage of this adverb last week, today, puts an emphasis on the rest of the sentence, right? So that is why they are used in the beginning of the sentence in order to put weightage upon the sentence, in order to make them more, what do you call it, receptive towards the for the listeners, or for the ones who are being addressed. Okay. So let's try to see what this exercise is about. Some adverbs in this story have been underlined. You ask to write in the table below whether the position of each is front, middle, or very end. Very simple. See, once a tiny boy called Love decided to play basketball in the hills of Shimla. His friends often told him that he cannot reach the basketball as he was too short. Very simple. The adverbs in this passage have all been already identified and they have been underlined. You have to tell the position, whether each one is placed in the middle, front, or end, right? So often, as you can see, is clearly in the middle, right? Two also is in the middle. How about the next one? Hard, middle, badly, in the end. So very simple. Try to do this on your own. Clear? Call it homework, classwork, whatever you would like to, but this has to be completed by you on your own, because it's a very simple exercise and it can be done on your own based on the understanding of the lesson that we have just discussed. Okay, first point. Second point, whatever the definition or whatsoever has been discussed thus far has to be written neatly, in your exercise books, and then try to jot down more example based on your understanding of the definition. Okay, keep the chief adverbs in your head as well. All right. So yeah, moving on. Formation of adverb. How is adverb formed? Is there any hard and fast rule? Is there any pattern? Is there any formula? Let's find out. Okay. See, most adverb. Let me zoom it up for better visibility. Yeah. Most adverbs are formed by adding the suffix. Suffix, I've already told you what words added towards the end of a given word or letters or whatever. Okay. So most adverbs are formed by adding the suffix ly to the adjective. Okay. To a given adjective, when you add ly, most adverbs are formed that manner. Okay. Secondly, if the adjective ends in y, I'm first reading the rules. If the adjective ends in y, then y is replaced with I and ly is added. Okay, two chief rules. Firstly, addition of ly. Secondly, whenever the adjective ends in y, you have to replace that y with I and then add ly. How? Let's find out by reading the example. First one, Shruti's voice is sweet. She sings sweetly. So from sweet comes sweetly. Okay. Then the children are happy. They are playing happily. See, observe the changes in the spelling. First one is happy, which spells happy. And then the second one, adverb, is happily. It spells happily. Right, see, y in this case has been deleted and is replaced by I, and then ly is added as suffix, forming the required adverb. These are the rules. So the formation of the adverb is in perfect conformity with the rule, right? So moving on. See, you have the third one is, if the adjective ends in able, or le, the e is replaced with y. Very important rule this as well. See, whenever the adjective ends in what? Whenever the adjective ends in able, or le, the e is replaced with y. Let's take a look at the examples. See, last night's movie was a terrible bore. Okay, so terrible. Here, the word or the adjective, to be precise, ends in ible, right? Terrible. So how are we going to change it? See, terribly, by adding what? Terribl, up ibl, up to l is correct. Y is being added, isn't it? Bored by the movie. Next, my father is very gentle with our dog, right? He handles the puppy gently. Gentle, gently. E is being deleted, Y is being added. Very simple, class. The more you do, the better for you. You learn them very easily. And now it's time for us to take a look at the next exercise, exercise C. Okay. So what does it say? Let's find out. Rewrite the sentence using the words given in the bracket. So which words are provided in the bracket? You have to rewrite the sentence by using the see. We walk to school. Very simple. What will it be? We always walk. Oh my god, walk to school. This digital tools sometimes have their own limitation. One classic example is this. The next is he is late. He is never late. Right. The rest are same. I'll not do them. Try to do them on your own. Number 6 is all people are deaf. So what will you say? All people are often deaf. Number 9, I agree with you. So what could it be? I quite agree with you is the answer, because quite is in the bracket, right? I quite agree with you. Then what do we have? We have number, let's say 12. We missed the bus nearly. So what will it be? What do you think? We nearly missed the bus is the answer. Now I'll discuss the last one. I'll meet you in the office tomorrow. Tomorrow I'll meet you in the office, one possible answer. Or I'll meet you in your office tomorrow is also possible. So 2 3 answers are possible in this case. Okay. I will meet you tomorrow in your office is also possible. But basically we go with I'll meet you in your office tomorrow. That is viable. Okay. So with this we come to conclusion of the first chapter of this marathon session. Now let's take a 10 seconds breather and then move on to next lesson. Okay. Alright, now it's time for us to move on to next lesson, with the next lesson being named preposition. Okay. See, the word in itself provides good enough hint. Preposition. So it will deal with position of whatever we are going to study in relation with object or thing that we are talking about. Okay. So the usual rituals, let's get on with get cracking session. Okay. You asked to look at the pictures and complete the sentence with appropriate preposition. Okay. So there are some sentences. Let us look at them and then clear them with appropriate preposition. Okay. Let's see. Rani is sitting. Dash Abhi. Very simple. Two people are sitting. Rani is sitting with Abhi, right? Oh my god, just a second. Yeah. I'll delete this. Yeah. Rani is sitting with Abhi. Second, the dog is standing dash the gate. Whenever you see something nearby this gate and all, you must have seen no parking at the gate and all, right? So the answer is at. The boy has fallen off the bicycle. When you are riding on something or driving, if you fall off it, you call it off, not of. Okay. The number, not number. Next, there is a breach dash the river. There is a breach over the river. In such case, what do you call it? See, bridge over the river, not above the river, over. Okay. Anjali is talking dash the boys. What? Very simple again. We talk to the boys. Okay. Let us walk dash the shore, to the shore. Okay. So very simple. Alright. So learn by heart, write it in your notebook, whatever you'd like to do. I'd like you to learn this definition by heart and understand the concept also very well. Okay. So what is preposition? Preposition is a word placed before a noun or a pronoun. Any word placed before a noun or a pronoun that shows the relation in which one person or thing stands to another person or thing, or simply speaking, position of one person or thing with relative to another. Okay. Just so that the concept is clear, I'm using this. The standard definition is this one. Preposition is a word placed before a noun or a pronoun that shows a relation in which one person or thing stands to another. Okay. Now let's find out appropriate preposition and the other articles that follow. First up, appropriate preposition. See, let's read the sentences and study the use of preposition. First, at, very chief preposition. Clear? Like, look at me. We were astonished at her success. Astonished means surprise, right? Then, do not laugh at anyone. Okay, at. The train has arrived at the station. We rejoiced at her success. Open the book at page 16, not on page 16. Okay. Then in, usage of in. Okay. He deals in silk. Means somebody's business is being talked about. He deals in silk. Have trust in God. Have faith in God. Believe in God. Yeah. He is weak in English. The subject is being talked about. So in order to improve in English, in order to improve whatever weakness you have in English, what should you do is learn the grammar rules properly, right? Then we are not going to read all this. Now on. Rely on your own effort. He bent on doing mischief. He is bent on doing mischief. Means he is someone who keeps on repeating mischievous activities. Okay. Then two. I object to your proposal. I do not agree to what you are talking about. Then I go to school every day. So to is one very common preposition. Clear? So read all this sentence. I'm obliged to you. He is kind to the poor. I prefer tea to coffee. Tea over coffee also is what people say. Okay. Then off. Okay. I want you to clearly understand all these words, whatever we have discussed. Like, I'm fond of you. He is devoid of common sense, means he does not have any common sense. She is proud of her beauty, and so on. Clear? Like, I'm confident of success. So keep them in mind, right? Yeah. Then quinine will cure you of malaria. Hydroxychloroquine is the full name. How do we know? Is because during the pandemic this medicine was widely used in order to cure the symptoms of patients suffering from coronavirus, right? Then he is guilty of theft, isn't it? Of, I was sure of his success, and so on. Then comes with. I can write with this pen. He is down with fever. Okay. Then all his friends sympathized with him. Read all the sentences on your own. Clear, class? He is charged with theft. Do not mix with bad boys. Are you acquainted with him? Acquainted. To be acquainted with someone is to know him very well. Clear? Then the relief camps were supplied with food and clothing. Why did you interfere with her? And so on. Then the next word is for. Important. For. I feel bad for the girl who failed. I waited for you. I'm anxious. If you're anxious, you are tensed. Okay, you're thinking of something. I'm anxious for her return. Or you're looking forward to, in this case. So this book is useful for beginners. He asked for money, and so on. Okay, read them on your own. Then what do we have? We have over, right? He ruled over a vast empire. Do not cry over spilt milk. Milk that is fallen, right? About. We inquired about her health. There was nothing to worry about. We have heard a lot about cricket. By. All these words. It is 10 o'clock by my watch. Learn this poem by heart. We keep saying, right? Then they went by train. Come back home by 7 o'clock. Stay by your parents. Stay by my side, and so on. Then from. He is from his brother. He is different from his brother. Don't hide anything from me. He is suffering from depression. He has recovered from his illness. Okay, so these were the chief words that we have discussed. But there are some boxes which tell you to remember certain things. What are they? Let's see. See, remember these phrases. At school or at college is prevalent in American English. Not prevalent in American English, I beg your pardon. At school or at college is prevalent in British English. Whereas in American English, what is common is in school or in college. Okay. Remember, American English will have differences compared to British English. Clear? In British English, what do we say? At school, at college. In American English, we call in office, in school, in college. In British English, at office, this and that. Okay. Then at in church, at work, at home. Okay. At your house, at Isha's house, at 24 Hudson Land Street. Okay. At the seaside, at the top or bottom of a hill. I'm at the top of hill. I'm at the corner of the street. I'm at the beginning of this, that. I'm at the back of. Then in Pakistan, in Chennai, when we talk about place, in Church Street, in a book or newspaper, in the lesson, in the sky, in the middle, sit in an armchair. So go through all this. On the second floor, it's on the second floor, we say. Okay. On the farm, on the coast, on a shelf, on the radio, on television, on video. Some more points to remember. This phrases, see, on CD-ROM, this dictionary is available on CD-ROM. On the internet, I have read the newspaper on the internet. On the phone, I spoke with him on the phone. Over the phone also is what some people use. Then on the corner or at the corner. So I'll go with at the corner, clear, when we were talking about streets. Okay. But in the corner of a room. Draw on the left or right, on the back of an envelope. Okay. Then sit on a chair which has no arms. Okay. Sit on a chair. The chair with no arm. Clear? The information is on page 42, but I open the book at page 42. So mark the differences. Read this two group of sentences again. Keep them this phrases and this sentences, and then be well acquainted with this. Okay, there is a mixture. Most of them are phrases, so try to go through them and then differentiate the usage. All right. So we have mostly dealt with everything. Now it's time for us to deal with the exercise. Okay. So see, complete the sentence with appropriate preposition. Let's try to do this. This cloth is superior to that, isn't it? She prays dash God every morning. Very simple. Do it on your own. Be careful dash what you say. Be careful about, right? We have to be careful about the usage of word. Number 4, you can mix oil with water, or oil to water is also possible. Are you not ashamed? Very simple. Of. Number 6, learn this poem. It's already there. I agree dash your proposal. What will it be? Number 7, I agree with your proposal. Okay. Number 8, she invited all her friends. She invited all her friends. Very simple. To tea. Now, for tea is also possible. Two answers are possible in this case. Okay. She has replied. She has replied to my letter. Do not make fun. Very simple. Of others. Always depend. Always depend on your own efforts. Okay. She was accompanied by her mom. He was born. Very simple. He was born. Two answers are possible in this case also. He was born of rich parents. He was born to rich parents. Okay. Moving on. She comes dash a humble family. From a humble family. Number 15, he prevented her from the accident. Number 16, he was honest. He was honest dash his dealings. What will it be? In his dealings. Okay. Never ask dash money dash anyone. Never ask for money from anyone. Number 18, this flower is different from, right? Then 19, distribute this mangoes among these 10 children. 20, you must not deal with such a dishonest person. Number 21, I'm ignorant of this matter. About is also possible. We are dash need dash money. We are in need of money, right? Then next, get rid of bad habits. 24. He has recovered from his illness. Do not comply with her request. Okay. So I've almost done everything here. Number B, I'm not going to help you with everything. So you ask to fill in the blank with appropriate preposition. Where you dash at. Number 5, the dog is, of course, at the back of the car. In the back of the car is also possible. Number 8, all these books are available, very simple, on CD-ROM. So with this we come to conclusion of the second lesson of this marathon session or second topic of the part of speech series, with the lesson being preposition. Learn the definition, memorize it properly, try to fill or fit in with more examples of your own, do the exercise on your own. Okay, after a brief breather we'll begin the next lesson as well. All right, so now the time has arrived for us to discuss the new lesson or the next lesson or topic, to be precise. It's conjunction. What do you mean by the word conjunction? Conjunction basically means to join. Clear? So we will now be looking at words which has the capacity or ability to join two different sentences. Connect, sort of connect us. Clear? How? Let's find out with the famous get cracking section. Okay. See, what does it ask? It asks us to match the clouds with the stars by coloring them in the same color, right? So match them with star. This is not fitting in single frame. See, I come when two words or sentences that are alike come together. So it's about color. Clear? Match the clouds with stars by coloring them in the same color. So I come when two, okay, then we come when there is a reason. We come when two unlike sentences. So you can choose color of your wish, like pink, green, yellow, violet. Okay, and then fill them. Okay, like first example, let's say you have filled it with, you can choose pink and all. Let's say this is yellow, right? So the sentence is, oh, let me fill this properly. Yeah. I come when two words, I've completely filled it, when two words or sentences that are alike come together. So let's say this is yellow, you can say pink or whatever you like, and then we will join it with and. Okay, so this is what. So class, this is a simple activity. Try and do it on your own. It's nothing. Matching the clouds with the stars by coloring them in the same color. Cloud and star, color them, match them in the same color. Okay. So I come when two words or sentences that I like come together. So the answer is and, right? You can color them with whatever you like. Then we come when there is a reason. So what word comes whenever there is a reason? The biggest star, because this and that. So it's simple. I'm moving on to explanation now. Okay, see, you already know that a conjunction is a word that is used to join words or sentences. Okay, now we'll be reading more about the types of conjunctions in the sections to follow. So first one is correlative conjunction. What is it? Let's find out. Okay, see, some conjunctions are used in pairs. Pairs means in group of two. They are known as correlative conjunctions. Always remember, whenever two conjunctions are used together or in a group of two, they are called correlative conjunction. Definitions are to be digested by writing them on your own in notebook. So you must have come across words like either or, isn't it? Like he is either mad or foolish. Either take it or leave it, right? Then neither nor, some people also call it. See, it's neither useful nor ornamental, both and. We both love and honor him. We are here. Okay, Then moving on, though yet. Hmm? Though he is suffering much pain, yet he does not complain. Next, whether or is the word. Yeah. I do not care whether you go or stay. Right? So two words are used beautifully. First one is whether, the second one is or. So these conjunctions appear in pair. Pair means in group of two with the necessary condition that both the words are to be used in the same sentence. They are called pair conjunction, not pair conjunction correlative, right? Not only but also, not only is he foolish but also obstinate, isn't it? Moving on. See, conjunctions which are used in pairs are called correlative conjunction. Definition time, write them, learn them along with the example, or merely correlatives. Okay, we can call them correlative conjunctions or correlatives as you like. Important points to be noted. Let's find out. When conjunctions are used as correlatives, each of the correlated words should be placed immediately. Each of the correlated words should be placed immediately before the word to be connected. Okay, like he visited not only Agra but also Delhi. Not only but also. One word gap and they are used together, right? He not only visited Agra but also Delhi. This they are saying is wrong. Okay. So now let's complete these sentences with appropriate correlative conjunction. I'll do some, the rest is to be done by you. Okay. So first one, there are two blanks. It says, would you like to buy pens or pencil? I would like, what will it be? Let's say both, yeah, both pen and pencil. This is okay. Alternative answer is also possible for this. What is it if you ask me? I would like, I can say not only pens but also pencils. Alright, alternative answer. 2. Yes, dash Gotham dash Simi noticed the snack. Neither Gotham nor Sunny nor Simi noticed the snack. Simple. In the similar manner, try to do the rest. Let me do 7 and 8 for you. 7 says, dash he is unwell, dash he came to school. What will it be? Very simple. Though he is unwell, yet he came to school. Number 8, you will have to do it. Dash you like it, dash not. Very simple. So what will it be? You will have to do it whether you like it or not. So what is the answer? You have to do it whether you like it or not, isn't it? Then what do we have? We have compound conjunctions. Now let's find out what they are. See, we use many compound expressions as conjunction. Many compound expressions are used as conjunction, they are saying. So they are compound conjunctions. So let us note them. Like as well as. These are all example of conjunction. Okay, as well as, as soon as if. Rick as well as Gaurav were present there. He took off his coat as soon as he entered the house. Here, as if, he looks as if he were weary. Weary means tired. Okay. Then what else do we have? In order that, isn't it? He looks as if he were thirsty. In order that, the notice was published in order that all might know the fact, on condition that we will forgive you on condition that you do not repeat the offense, even if. Then such an act would not be kind even if it were just, isn't it? Then provided that you borrow the book provided that you return it soon. As though he walks as though he is slightly lame. What do you mean by lame? One who is not able to use his feet or leg properly, right? Inasmuch as means in view of the fact. Very Useful. This one is used by many speakers. I must refuse your request inasmuch as I believe it is unreasonable. Okay. So given below is a box containing few compound conjunctions. You asked to choose this appropriately and fill in the blanks that are given below. So how many conjunctions are there? 2, 4, 6, 8. So there will be 8 blanks. Okay. So we have to fill them up. See, here we gave the poor man a blanket as soon as provided, as well as on condition that as if even so that inasmuch as. So what will it be? So that, right? Number 2. You may go for a movie dash you study for an hour. So what will it be? Yes, provided that. Okay. Or on condition that is also possible. Alright. Then number 3. I'll not do. Let me do number 7 and 8. He looked at me dash I had done it. Yeah, as if. Then number 8. I will love you dash you do not love me. Even if. Okay. So very simple. Right? Now word smart. Let's see what this section has. There are 26 letters in English alphabet. As against about 45 basic sounds, the way we speak or sound words. Clear? And the important thing here is letters don't often match the sound. Okay. Some key spelling rules are what we are going to discuss. See, here are some important rules. We'll be able to avoid spelling mistake if we observe these rules. See, what are the rules? When a suffix like ed, ing, er, or est is added to a word ending in silent e, the e is normally dropped. Okay, like hope, hope plus ed, it will be hoped. All right. Next, write write ing, writing, right? E is being dropped. So observe this on your own. I'm not going to read each and every word. Now, next category is final E is not normally dropped before a consonant. See, hope plus full, hopeful. Move plus man, movement. Okay, there are some exceptions in this ones as also. Means exceptions are those words which do not necessarily follow the rules listed above. What are they? Truly. So it's truly. Then truly. Truly we have already done. Duly, duely. So it will be duly. Wholly, whole. Then ly, right? wholl. So it's simple, class. Do it on your own. Now another rule is observation. In certain words, the final e is retained, means is not deleted, in order to keep C or G soft before A or A. A or O. How? Let's see. Notice plus able. Noticeable. No changes. Able is added. Changeable. Same. Paceable. Courageous. Okay. Then final Y. In words ending in consonant plus Y, the Y changes to IE. Important. Y changes to IE before adding S to I, before adding ED, then EST and LY. How? By observing the rules, by observing the spellings, the rules will be more specific. Now see, lady plus S, ladies. Y is dropped, IE is added, and S. Okay, tried. I is added by deleting Y and then ed, and so on. Clear? Happily, I is added. Next, the Y does not change if it comes after a vowel. How? Plays. Okay, playing. Exceptions, paid. It will be PAID. Okay, not PAYED. Said, SAID, and so on. Okay. The other rule says the Y does not change before ing. See, try plus ing, trying, marrying. These are same. Final IE changes to Y before ing. See, lying, LYING, dying, DYING. Okay. So specific to rules, some examples are listed that will make it easy for you to observe them. The next, final consonant. See, when suffixes, word added towards the end of a word like ed, ing, er, or est are added to some words, the final consonant is double, like begged. G. We have doubled up the final consonant G, right? Similarly, stopped, plan plus ing, planning, and so on. Exception, cleaned, it's not doubled. Weak, it's not weaker, it's not double. Okay. Now the other rule says in longer words the final syllable is doubled. Okay, in longer word the final syllable is doubled if the last part of the word is stressed. See, begin plus ing, beginning, isn't it? Beginning. See, begin, then n, an extra n is added. Referred, referred. Okay, so this is called stressing the last part. Okay, by doubling the syllable. Then the next one says the consonant is not double if the last part of the word is not stressed. Okay, in case if the last word is not stressed, we need not double up the consonant. Visit plus ing, visiting, suffering, opened. Okay, but L is doubled in British English. See, L is doubled in British English even if the last part of the word is not stressed. See, travel, traveling, or traveled, traveler, quarreling. Okay, L is doubled in all those cases. Then the other one is IE or EI. When IE or EI is pronounced like E in the word be, I comes before E except after C, like IE, EI after C, EI when sounded like the letter A. These are three different columns. Clear? IE column, EI after C, and then EI when sounded like the letter A. Let's read the example. Thief. Okay. IE. Receive. Why are this listed? Because these are common words which cause a lot of error, so that you are able to identify from young age and then learn error free grammar is why they are adding all this. Some exceptions: seize, leisure, protein, foreign. Okay, next is put a tick for the correct spelling in the given box. Is very simple, class. Truly, right? Receive, right? So do them on your own. Paceable, this one, right? Movable, this one, right? So it's up to your spelling. Admitted. So I'm not doing this, it has to be done by you. Now, words often misspelled. These are a group of words which are often written in wrong spelling. We have to learn them. See, accept, battalion, conscious, eminent, acquire, brilliant, courtesy, equipped. So go through all this list of words. We cannot read them now. It is your duty to read them and understand. Okay. Then the other section says tick the correct spelling. Make sentences with this. Copyright. So first one is correct. What could be a possible sentence? Like most writer claim copyright rights over the books they write. Okay. Bureau. This one. So what will be a proper example of bureau sentence in the form of sentence? Very simple. The Bureau of Central Investigation in India is quite strong, you can say. Psychiatrist, of course, first one. Psychiatrist is a specialist who can treat mental illness in people suffering from diseases of this nature. Conscientious, this one. Okay, I'm a conscientious worker, means I work by putting a lot of effort and heart. Okay, I'm truthful. Harass, this one. We should never try and harass anyone. Questionnaire, this one. Okay, English teacher was discussing a questionnaire with the class before exam. Relevant. Relevance example, yeah. The theory of let's say Charles Darwin's theory is relevant even today. Okay, then rhythm. Let's make an example. Yeah, Shubman Gill looked in great rhythm as he played the straight drive down the ground. Sergeant. Do them on your own, very simple. Weird, this one, right? So do them. All right. Entrepreneur. Number 15. You can say Vivek Bindra is a very famous entrepreneur. Okay, businessman, one who makes business on his own. So class, basically with this we come to conclusion of yet another marathon series of marathon grammar series on parts of speech. Clear? So if I suggest you to try and wind up the exercises, do reading as much as possible. Okay, in case if you are facing issue, Google Meet will be there to help you with all those things. Okay, so with this we come to conclusion of yet another session. It was a pleasure to be sharing my knowledge and experience of all these topics with you all. Thank you everyone for being part of this class. Thank you.